Good morning, hell yeah, Prince George, and everybody that's tuning in for our live streams here from the Exploration Place. I am down some aisle here in collections at the moment, and I'm on my way to find Chad Helenas. We are doing our second edition of What Does Chad Have? Hey, there he is. Hey, Chad.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, Facebook.
So what are you sharing with us today? I know we're talking about quarantine haircuts.
Quarantine haircuts, just general grooming. Everyone's bored at home trying to figure out things to do. So I love bringing out our permanent wave machine.
Holy cow, that looks like a torture device.
It does look like a torture device. It's fun bringing this into the preschool and getting preschoolers to guess what it is. That's how the name of What Does Chad Have started.
Interesting.
To guess about this. So yeah, this was for very popular hair fashion, permanent waves.
Wow. So you would actually put women's hair into these curlers?
Into these curlers. So you curl up the hair either with tin foil or plastic curlers like you do nowadays, and then clip these onto the curls.
Right.
And crank on the electricity.
Seriously, you plug this in?
You plug this in. Now it has all sorts of warning lights to let you know if it's getting too hot. Yes, apparently these took half a day to do perms with these things.
Wow.
A lot of hair got burnt. A lot of people had to put cotton around their ears to keep their ears from getting burnt. And if you can imagine, this would be heavy to have all of these on your head for hours at a time.
Crazy. Do you know how often they'd have to go back and get it done again?
Oh, months later.
Wow.
Months later. And apparently they weren't known for having that great of perms from this, right?
This is one of those times I'm glad I have curly hair.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And this is from a local salon, and it was in use in roughly around the 30s.
Wow, so not even that long ago.
Not even that long ago, no.
Amazing.
No.
Wow.
Now before that, you would have a manual curling iron. Now you would throw this on your wood stove, heat it up, and then curl around.
Really?
Yes.
So it's just a metal rod, basically.
It's just a metal rod. Same with this crimper.
Now, crimping was big in the 80s. This is not from the 80s,
This
though.
is not from the 80s. This is from the 20s.
Oh.
These here, plastic, Bakelite, which gets all over the place when it starts to decompose. These were from the 50s, and they were more marketed towards little girls that, to be like mom.
Wow.
Right?
Well, I don't imagine there's a whole lot of home perming going on this
Not
week.
much home perming.
That's probably a good thing.
But there is probably a lot of home shaving.
Yeah?
Oh, before we get into the shaving, I would like to look at this one, because this is actually one of the first home hair drying units. Now we're missing a piece. There's a bag. It's very much like a shower cap would go on the end, and you would set this up anywhere. It was known to be portable. You could strap it to your belt or something like that, and just wear the shower cap as it heated up. And that was the introduction of blow dryers, essentially.
And that's Sunbeam. That brand is still around today.
Yes, that brand is still around today.
So this must have been 50s too, given that it looks like it's early plastics too.
Yes, this is definitely the 1950s.
Crazy.
I believe this unit was patented in 54 or something like that.
So hi to everyone that's joining us. If you're interested or have questions for Chad, put them into the comments and I will ask them as I see them.
So here we go. Some manual clippers. Now these were invented in 1880s, 1885 I believe, by a Russian individual. I can't remember his name unfortunately, but...
Oh, do they clip like scissors?
They clip like scissors. And these would be for beard clippers.
Show me the bottom of that. Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would want to clip their beard. But...
Oh, I can't imagine, Chad. No one's going to mess with your beard.
Thank you. Which brings us into shaving. Wet shaving is what we're going to talk about. Now, wet shaving is with your shaving soap and your brush. We don't have any soap here, unfortunately. And your
Fortunately, Alyssa would kill you if you had soap and water here in the vault.
She would. So shaving involves, like I said, your soap, your brush, your razor. Now, for a long period of time, for most of the history of shaving, the straight razor was the razor of choice. And if you've ever tried to shave with a straight razor, you realize it takes a lot of skill. So barbers were typically, people would go to a barber for a nice warm shave.
That's when you see them kicked back in their barber chair and they're wrapped in a hot towel.
Exactly. Now, a bit of terminology. A strope. It's just to sharpen your razor.
Oh.
And stroping is very important for razor care so that you do not get burned. Now, after the straight razor, there was the safety razor, which was invented, and that was the early 20th century, around 1904 is when it was first patented. So this actually brought razors into the home. And if you take this off, you can see that there's just a double-sided blade, double-sided razor. Sorry, I'm trying not to. There is a razor in there, and it is quite rusty, and although I do have my tetanus shot, I would rather not.
Yeah, let's not cut you open.
So you just stick a double-sided razor, much like this.
Interesting.
Much like these guys. Oops. Here, let me put this down.
Yeah, you can show us after.
Show you after.
It's different when you're trying to do this for a camera.
It really is.
You're getting good at it, Chad. Don't worry.
Thank you. And this was invented by King Gillette.
King Gillette?
King C. Gillette. He was not royalty.
Well, look at that. They do the free trial blade just like all those shaving companies are advertising now.
Exactly. So, that was the introduction, really, of home shaving. Now, I mean, people did use straight razors at home, but like I said, that was more of a going out to the barber.
So when did people start using the safety razor?
In 1904 is when it was patented.
Wow. So yeah, it would have been in that early 1900s that it shifted from the barber shop to people's houses.
Exactly. Now, this is a neat little razor. It's called a Rolls razor. Let's see if I can open this. Sometimes it gets difficult when you're wearing gloves.
Yeah, your Mickey Mouse gloves get in the way sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
But they do such good work.
They do.
For those of you that we were doing this a couple days ago, we were talking about the gloves, and Chad pointed out that people wear them in collections specifically so that they're not getting body oils or any other contaminants onto our artifacts.
So here's the Rolls razor, and it has a built-in strobe. Remember, that's the leather piece
the leather
right here.
strap.
And it flips it
Oh, cool.
like that. And you would take it out. And put it into. Sorry now. Of course. Oh, there we go. Never actually used one of these before.
We can tell by your beard.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it in that way.
Fair enough.
Just because.
Don't want to run the risk of breaking it.
Exactly.
But that's the actual thing you'd be using to shave with.
That's the actual thing that you would be using to shave with, and that's what's known as an injector razor.
Oh, cool. All right.
And speaking of stropes, we have all different kinds of stropes. Here's a neat little one. Here's this one right here. It's more of a sharpening. It's more of a whetstone.
That almost looks like a bone.
It does, doesn't it?
Huh, interesting. And what is the difference between a strope and a whetstone?
A strope and a whetstone? Well, a strope, you're doing drawing. A whetstone,
you're actually
moist.
putting moist on
Yeah.
it? Okay.
And you'll see that a lot of kits came with their own stropes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and handy.
For any of you that watch Forged in Fire, you see them use a strope sometime as they come to the point where they're going to get their sharpness tested.
Now, Tracy, do you know when the first electric razor came into being?
Not a clue. I'm betting you do.
1924. And it looked something like this.
I think I trimmed my kid's hair with something that looked a lot like that.
And it's what's known as a foil razor. And they didn't work very well. But it was actually invented by a Canadian, a man by the name of Jacob Schick.
Schick, as in the
Schick.
Schick Razor Company.
As in the Schick Razor Company.
Oh, look at that. There we go. Cool. Now, what's this bottle right behind your foil razor?
Well, that's talc powder.
Oh.
Talc is excellent to use as a aftershave.
Right. This is all neat stuff.
Yeah.
Now, barbers did a lot of things other than just being barbers, did they not?
And this is one of the fun things. While you're at home doing your quarantine barbering, you might as well. Let me just.
Where are you headed now?
Yeah. Grab some nice little dental pliers. You might as well do some home teeth removal as well.
Those are for pulling teeth?
These are for pulling teeth.
Ugh.
Doesn't that look fun? So barbers, it's typically thought that it started around the Second World War, the Civil War, the American Civil War, that barbers became known as surgeon barbers. So they did a lot of things like pulling teeth. They did a lot of bloodletting, removing of limbs when you needed them removed.
Oh.
And in fact, that's what the barber pool represents. It's letting people know that they are a surgeon barber. So the red is for blood, the white is for bandages.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that either.
Yes.
So that's that spinning pole that
That's
you see.
the spinning pole. Unfortunately, we don't have one. I was looking for one in collections. And
Oh, yeah, I
seem to
don't think we do have one.
No, no.
So basically, you could go down and get tortured with this hair perming device, have a straight razor shave, and then they could rip a tooth out for you all at the
Or
same time.
remove a leg. Leg removal would be excellent too.
Okay, so I don't think we want anybody doing that at home.
No. That was a bad joke.
Well, Chad, this stuff has been really cool. Thank you so much for sharing it with
No
us.
problem.
If
Anytime.
anybody's got any questions for you on any of this or wants to share stories, you can put them into the comments and we'll collect them up after, and Chad will check and make sure he gets back to anyone that reaches out to us in there.
Definitely.
So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. We're not doing a live stream tomorrow. We are going to let our team have Good Friday where they don't have to come in other than feeding animals. But we will be back on Monday with Headkeeper Sabrina at 10 a.m. So join us then. And until then, everyone have a very happy Easter and stay home and stay safe. Bye, guys. Thanks, Chad.